Welcome to the Green Tea channel. This is Tristan. It's good to have the Green Tea team back. I'm here in Coromandel, New Zealand. A big thank you to everyone who liked and commented on the previous video. It is much appreciated. This Wednesday, the 17th of June, I will be having a live stream, the second ever live stream at 7:30 p.m. And the live streams are really for people to get involved, have their say, have discussions, ask questions, have more of a community kind of a Green Tea team discussion. So should be a little bit smoother than last time. I started 15 minutes early by pushing the button incorrectly. It is pretty as a picture here in Coromandel on my last day of my holiday. Today's topic is the title of a Who song, "We Won't Get Fooled Again." We won't get fooled again. A lot of the things that we're getting and we're seeing are insulting to our intelligence in a lot of ways. I've heard this quite a lot over the recent months and years, just months. It's people comparing this current V word situation to the Spanish flu, where 50 million people passed away. I've also heard people comparing the situation to World War II. Really? We have a lot of hard data and facts now. The fatality rate for this V word is 0.1 to 0.5%, depending on what study or what statistics. So we have the hard data, and it is in the range of the seasonal flu, severe seasonal flu. The countries that didn't do the hard lockdowns are in the same ballpark as those that did lockdowns at different times or different degrees. So we won't be fooled again. We need to keep our wits about us, keep our intelligence and our critical thinking high. We know that the test is inaccurate. We know that there's a high degree of asymptomatic cases, people who have no symptoms. We know that the coding of fatalities has been, they only have to presume in America, presume someone has died. They do not need a positive test to code that person as a fatality of the V word. And there's doctors and nurses all over the internet saying that they are unhappy with how people are being coded to get these numbers. It's important for the critical people that can critically think, get some new information and use a scientific approach, that we share information, we speak up, so in the future we don't get fooled again. Because now we are really preparing for, or keep getting awakened to what's going on, the types of games and agendas that are being pushed by those in the mainstream media and that type of thing. The other thing too is, mental note, it's a challenge doing a video log on a rocky beach. the government in our country, in New Zealand, blame everything, every action they do, locking us down, the V-word bill, all of these things, they just blame it completely on the V-word. And the reality is, it's not the V-word doing all these things, it's the government doing all of these things in response to keeping us safe, allegedly, to the threat of the V-word, which we now know was not as severe as they estimated. Other countries did not lock down like we did. The facts are there. You only have to Google doctors and nurses talking about coding of V-word fatalities to see that there's a lot of people that you will not see on the national news, you'll not see in the publications online and that sort of things in the mainstream. A lot of it gets put up and taken down because it is an alternative opinion and gives different data and facts on this current situation. So yeah, the government has to take responsibility. They cannot just blame the V-word for all of these things. It was their choice to take these actions as their response for the V-word. And the other day I was talking to someone and they were saying, and I've heard this from a couple of people, that Japan and South Korea and other places, they didn't need the hard lockdown like we did because they're more trustworthy, they're more responsible. I've mentioned this in a previous video. For people to think that the Japanese and the Koreans are better people or more responsible people than us is really not giving us much credit that we could do the same thing. It's like, so they get the high trust model where they're trusted and just requested and asked to do things but not forced and not having freedoms taken away. And here we are, where we need the big stick, the police enforced, all of the non-essential business that the government says, they tell you what is essential and not essential. That we get the low trust model, which when I've heard people say that, and I've heard a couple of people say that to me, that we needed it because, yeah, we wouldn't listen, we like our freedom, whatever. So ignorance is no excuse. I've said it before. Being ignorant of what's going on is no excuse. The facts are there, the data's there, the internet's there. We can research, we can find out. And yeah, that's super important in this age, that we educate ourselves and view information from multiple sources. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Have courage. Speak your truth. Support each other. Have faith. And have fun. Peace out.